Howdy guys, so today we're replacing the transmission cooler lines on my LBZ Duramax. I obviously just took the grill out by taking these clips out and then pulling it so that those ones undo. I have a 32 wrench to get these loose. As you can see, I already got them loose. But I also have this adjustable wrench so that I can put it on here and brace that neck right there while I was loosening these, so that it doesn't break, because a lot of people, when they go to loosen these, they won't put an extra wrench on there. They'll just torque on it and it'll just rip this entire neck right off, and then they need a new cooler. So that's a little tip. Took the air box out by disconnecting this and loosening this, and then I took out 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one more down underneath. 5 10mm bolts so that I can get this bracket out. It makes it a lot easier to get to this to undo that, and then you can get to that bottom one there. There's some little clips that go onto here. So yeah, getting this clip off and moving this out of the way makes it just a tiny bit easier. But basically every one of these fittings is a 90, except for the lower one on the radiator right there. The bottom one is a 45. That's how that goes together. The shortest one goes between the passenger side of the cooler to the top of the radiator there. The medium one goes from the bottom of the cooler to the bottom of the trans. And then the longest line goes from the top of the trans to the driver's side of the cooler. I'm going to start with the shortest one, this passenger side. As you can see, I'm losing a decent amount of coolant here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and loosen this guy the rest of the way. Took the shortest one off. I had to cut it in order to get it through the frame. And then I loosened these two 10mm bolts that hold the cooler itself right here so that I can flip it upside down. And then I'm going to create some brackets to hold it in up top. Before I can do that, I need to cut these tabs off of the back. And then I'm just going to use these little tabs that are still sticking up. I cut those off. And this is the concept. So I mounted it in the same places, right there and there on the other side. For right now, I just have zip ties going around this deal. But I'm going to make a bracket that will bolt into this and then into this as well. The reason for doing this is when it's down here, it only gets airflow through these two little sockets here. So hopefully it'll get better airflow right here. Make sure you put the extra O-rings on here. The lines are in. These new fittings are 27mm. Put the bottom one in first before the top one. And you don't want to take both of these out at the same time, because this cooler on the inside can fall down. It makes it a little bit easier to get to that bottom one by taking this entire section of the intercooler pipe out. This 90° on the bottom here is longer. That's the one that you have to install there. Otherwise, if you try putting one of these in, it'll just hit this collar right here. So you have to install the longer one there. And then make sure your lines are decently tied up and out of the way.